Hey everybody, I'm AJ.
I'm Aaron.
And we're from modernintel.ca.
What are we talking about?
We're going to do a little bit of a mask overview. Most of these masks we've used, the two new ones here.
This is the Sly Pro-Fit, whatever you want to call it.
And the Axis.
Yeah, by Proto.
Yeah.
Those two we have not used. We've wore them around, tried them out, but...
Never actually played in them.
Not
so
an
it's
actual
just
game. Our observations.
Yeah, just from what we've seen from wearing them around town.
Yeah. Getting groceries.
Whatever.
Alright.
Anyways, so basically we got some older masks here. We got the Flex 8, done by JT there.
Yep.
And the Dye i3s before the i4s, if anybody didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Start off with the JTs. You know what? It's got hard plastic.
Wearability, it's comfortable. It's kind of medium weight.
Yep.
It's not too heavy, but it's not insanely light.
No, not like the new masks today.
Changeability of the lens, like maintenance.
It's pretty hard because it's all like tagged into the frame, right? So you have to rip kind of like really riff on the frame.
Tabs, right?
Yeah.
You gotta take off tabs.
There's 3 on the top and 2 on where the cheeks
Yeah.
are, and then in the nose, right?
Breathability, what would you say?
Because there's so many vents, like it's all vented in the front and up the side. It's actually quite ridiculous how many vents are. It's actually pretty good. It's got a thermal lens in it, so that kind of helps as well. The only time I've ever had it fog up, because I've used this mask in the past, is if you're in a really forested area, like really dense, where it's early in the morning, very humid. That's really the only time I've ever had it fog up.
Pretty much everybody fogs up then.
Yeah.
And the foam on it is actually very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Very, very soft. And this has been used quite a bit too.
Yeah, it's been used 2-3 years now, and I don't not sweat. I sweat like mofo. Anyways.
So that's the JT.
Yep. The i3 you can see here. It's I think it's pretty big. But again, it's an older style mask, so it's got vents right up the sides.
Come up here too. Eh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Even though it's big and bogus, like it's well vented.
Mm-hmm.
The foam's pretty good. It's got a normal lens in it, so it's not no thermal lens or anything like that. A lot of the older ones have the visor on it. Newer ones, you can get them.
Oh, and these two do have chin straps as well. You can see them hanging there. So, if you want extra security, there you go. Next up is the VForce Grill. A lot of people like calling it grills, but it's actually called the Grill. This is probably close to the lightest, maybe tie, of the masks. It doesn't even feel like you're wearing it. The foam on it feels great. It's really light, and to take it apart, it's a couple turns. Compared to some of the newer ones, it's a little slower, but this one takes apart in a couple turns. You just turn a little piece, and then it pops the lens, and you can take off the strap in a couple seconds. You can do it on the field, like outside of your game, right?
Yeah.
And it's got flexible material there. So that looks nice.
And then we have the Empire Event. Probably the most expensive one out of all the masks here, which is actually pretty crazy seeing how we've had already some foam problems, and a lot of people have this problem.
Yeah, this is not just our experience.
With the foam coming apart, right? So for a mask that you pay, over $120 or so for, you should have one that's built well. Well, this one, that's one problem. It's actually probably the biggest mask here, too.
It kind of pooches in the front, gives you this gorilla kind of...
Yeah, like it really extends your lower half of your face a lot, actually. I don't know if you can tell. Aaron wears this mask actually still. But yeah, it just...
Yeah, it kind of pooches out. You can see it right here. It kind of just sticks out. But his face is actually back here. So it pooches out quite a bit.
Yep. Generally, it fits any type of face. But if you have a smaller face like me, you're going to really need to strap it down. It's the quick release lenses in it. It's pretty good.
Typical Empire, right?
Yeah. A few snaps, turns, and pops right out.
Yeah, that's the events.
Yep.
Next up would be the new Sly Pro-Fit, whatever you want to call it. Probably Pro-Fit. It's got the 2 straps, which is really nice. It feels good. And honestly, when you put it on, it feels quite well built.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the foam in it makes it really hot.
Yeah, the foam in the ears, it's almost like an inch thick. It's
Yeah.
quite ridiculous.
I think, like, if we ever do a review on this, we'll go through that, but you could probably shave off half of this foam and you'd still be good.
Yeah.
You'd get some more hearing back and it wouldn't be as hot.
Mm-hmm.
The lens is cool on it. It's got this cool fade to it. The build quality is amazing. I love the build quality. And the double strap system feels great too.
Yeah. Kind of disperses the weight of the mask.
And this does have a chin strap and quick release lens, so you can take it off just outside of your game, so you can switch out the lens as fast if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very nice lens or mask as well. Flexible foam or front of the mask there, but the breathability isn't that great.
It almost seems, because the way the mask is, at least for our faces, like the way our faces are made, the front of the mask kind of curves in a little. So really, when you breathe out through your mouth or through your nose, it kind of circulates in that, so you feel like you're breathing recirculated air.
Yeah, you can feel the hot just going back and forth, right?
So every once in a while, you're just gonna air it out a little.
Yeah. So it's a very nice mask. But on to the next one.
Yep. Then we got the Proto Axis. Again, pretty big and bogus.
It's small, but it's big.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It is weird, actually. Quick release lenses. I think it's got the thermal lens in it.
Yes.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. It's kind of rubbery at the front there. Hard plastic where it's shiny. It fits all right. And again, breathability's not bad, but it is really echoey.
Yeah.
Like, you can hear everything. You can hear yourself breathe in this thing. It's like your own little room in there.
Actually, this one's the same. This one's really bad too. The VForce.
Yeah. Whereas that one, it seems like it wouldn't be because it's more open around the bottom. Where this one's kind of curved in a little as well. It's not as bad as at recirculating the air as.
Yeah, I'd trade echoey for being able to breathe. Right?
Yeah. Because anyways. And then for the final one, everyone knows this mask. I would hope it would be the Dye i4s. Great mask, more leaning towards people with smaller heads, smaller faces.
Unfortunately, yeah. I love this mask, but I've been trying to justify even being able to wear it at all.
Yeah.
Because you need a smaller head.
If you have a big head with this mask, you're likely to get shot in really painful areas.
Your
Either
mouth,
your chin,
mouth, forehead, whatever's exposed. Which
eyebrows.
is a lot. Just not your eyes, right?
Eyebrows.
Just covers it up. Am I safe?
But me with my small head fits me quite well, actually.
Perfect. There's no room. Like, it's so low profile that you can shoulder a rifle or whatever you want to do in that mask, and it doesn't affect you.
Yep.
It looks amazing too.
It's very light and not echoey at all. And actually, for putting your hand in front of your mouth while you're breathing, you can't actually feel any air passing through either through the front or the bottom. Yet you can recirculate air, no problem. That like you don't fog up. I've never had it fog up on me, and there have been some intense games enforced in the morning. Yeah. Well, it's raining.
Let's not get into the intense games we've been into.
Yeah.
So overall, these are pretty much the same price. This one, on the exception, being probably $20 more. Out of all of these, what would you say our pick is? The Modern Intel pick.
I think we both can agree that the best looking mask would probably be the i4. Yeah. It's pretty comfortable. Not major problems with it. Again, it's got the quick release.
Yeah.
Lenses on it, which is a big upgrade from the i3s because that was a really hard time. Like, you could be almost an hour just taking the lens out of that thing.
Unfortunately, the size, like, it doesn't agree with everybody. You can see, you can see my mouth. Like, if I were yelling at somebody, I could get shot in the mouth, right?
Yeah.
It feels great. It looks awesome. The field of view on the lens, they're all amazing, but
it's not for everyone.
It's not for everybody. So overall, this is the coolest mask. If you're a smaller person, get that mask.
Yeah.
That pretty much does it for the comparison of all of them.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more videos.
More in-depth videos on maybe newer masks.
Yeah.